So please know that I think that your mother's saying to me, if you don't know what to make for that coach, she goes, make it into the beers, make it into the beers.
That's genius, really.
Listen, it didn't come from me. I wish I could take credit. Debbie, where are you from?
Jersey, Freehold, New Jersey.
Oh, perfect. I'm so glad that you're here. And first of all, who's this with you?
This is my sister, Cheryl.
Perfect. I'm glad that you guys both are here because I got to tell you, your mother will not leave me alone when I'm connecting.
That's
And
her.
this woman is so pushy because she kept saying to me, Matt, she's like, can I please speak? Matt, are you going to get to me? Matt, my daughters. So please know that, first of all, this is her way of acknowledging that she is here and that she's with you. And it's funny because when I'm connecting with her, she tells me that you two were talking shit before this event, like saying like, mom's not coming through. There's no way mom's coming through. And she goes, Matt, can you tell them that, of course, I can hear them? She goes, of course. She goes, don't you know? She goes, that I told them before I died, if there's any way I could reach them, I would, she tells me.
She did.
Did she tell you that?
Yes.
So no, she goes, I'm just holding on to my promise. She goes, because Matt, she goes, I can talk to my girls all day long. She's like, but they don't want to believe it's me. She's like, because they always question, was that mom? Was that mom? She goes, and then she goes, you know, my girls, she goes, they love each other. She goes, but then they'll call one another, be like, oh, I heard I got a sign from mom. Did you get a sign from mom? Did you see this? Did you see that? And she hears all these conversations. You know, and your mom goes to me, Matt, I got no peace when I was alive, and I got no peace when I died. She said to me, is that true?
Yeah. There's four of us, and we were just talking about how when one of us gets a sign, it's like a group chat saying, did anybody see mom? Did anybody see dad?
Yes.
Did anybody? All the time.
She's telling me this, and she thinks that's the funniest thing. She says, because Matt, she goes, you don't understand. She goes, my daughters, they argue over the sign. She goes, and even when I died, she goes, it was so chaotic over what I was gonna wear, what was gonna happen to my body. She's saying to me, and she thinks that's so funny because she tells me that to her, your mom's telling me this, and I feel like she told you this here in this world because she's having these side conversations with me. She goes, and Matt, she goes, I feel like they never got older. She goes, in the best way, she goes, I still see them as little girls, as back when they were younger, because everything you're doing right now, she's comparing to when you all were little girls and playing with one another and growing up with one another. And that's what's so beautiful to her.
Oh,
but she says to me, the one thing that she wants to thank you all for is the way that you were all there for her before she died. She says to me, Matt, I was so afraid. I was afraid of being alone, she tells me. And she tells me that you all took turns laying with her and being with her and staying with her. And she says to me, Matt, do you know I was never alone? She goes, do you know that they did all the cooking, that somebody was always cooking for me, making things for me, making sure I had food. She's telling me about all these things, and she wants to thank you so, so much for that.
Awesome.
But she also says to me this. She said, Matt, I came to terms with my passing. She goes, and I knew I didn't have much longer here in this world, she tells me.
Yeah.
She says, and even though it was hard, the one thing is that I was also thankful because it allowed me to get to every single person. It allowed me to see all of my family before I died and to talk to everybody.
And we were all there.
She tells me, and she's bringing that through. She also says to me that she wants to thank you for the way that you kept her at her house as well. Because she's telling me that you tried to keep her for the longest time at her house. And she says to me, Matt, please thank them all. Please thank them all. She says, and also, she goes, Matt, she goes, my daughters were everything. She goes, at the end, she goes, I didn't have to worry about bills. I didn't have to worry about anything. They took care of it all. She says, and more importantly, she says, I felt so loved.
That's great.
She says to me when I'm connecting with her this, she says, Matt, can you please let them know that even though that I died, she says, what was so amazing when I got to the other side was knowing that I could reach them at any moment, that I could talk to them at any given moment. She goes, and that's the reason why I'm sending you all those signs. That's the reason why I'm doing that. And this is weird. Are you remaking one of her coats?
No, I have one of her coats. The fur coat. Oh, the fur coat.
Are you thinking about making that into a teddy bear?
I don't know. That's an interesting idea. We did make teddy bears. My mom and I made teddy bears. She's a genius. You
did that.
We made teddy bears out of other things. Out of she would pick fur from whatever and make. That's
what. Okay, I see. I feel like I'm looking at a mink coat that's cut up when I'm connecting and made into like
the fur pieces. It was like the patterns.
So please know that I think that your mother's saying to me, if you don't know what to make for that coat, she goes, make it into the beers, make it into the beers.
That's genius, really.
Listen, it didn't come from me. I wish I could take credit.
That's really funny. It's in my closet and I didn't know what to do with it.
And I
Oh my God.
didn't even actually tell you, but when I was looking at stuff down the basement, I just found the bear patterns like 2 days ago.
This is crazy right now.
I know.
So listen, the fact that you just found the coat and you just found those bear patterns and you and your mother used to make teddy bears with one another. Please know it's her way of saying, listen, the fact that you have that coat, she's saying, and you didn't know what to do with it. She showed me, make the bears.
That's great.
And your mother,
Thank you.
it is so funny because when I talk to your loved ones, like sometimes I think we're so done, like your mother's going, are they kidding? Tell them to make the bears. The bears.
I forgot about that. So that's great.
Yeah, so did I. That's awesome. And I just saw them and I didn't even think to discuss it with you yet.
So
That's
no,
great.
it's her way of just bringing that through because she's going to be mad. It's not like she's going to wear it. She goes, I know she's not going to wear it. People don't wear fur anymore, she's saying to me. But because it's mine and it's sentimental, she says to me that that's something that you can do for the whole family. So she's leaving that as a project to you two to give to the other sisters, by the way.
Oh,
That's a
awesome.
good idea.
Awesome.
She says, and Matt, she goes, the one thing that I was so happy about was this. I was so nervous when I left this world about our family still staying together. And she wants to thank the both of you for the way that you had gone to try to keep the holidays together, to try to keep everyone together with one another. And you do so much like her every single day. So she wants to thank you for that.
We try hard. We try hard. And the kids try hard, which is awesome.
So no, it's her way of just bringing that up and acknowledging that. And there's one other thing before I let you go. Okay. Is there also Louise?
My old neighbor's mother, her name was Louise and she has passed.
That soul's also with you. How weird.
Hi, Louise.
Were you close with her?
She was over all the time.
Oh, no wonder why. Because she's saying to me also, can you tell her Louise is here? Louise is here.
I'll tell her daughter that she said hello.
So please know that's her way of also stepping forward in spirit. And your mom's letting you know one thing. She says, Matt, she goes, please let them know that I had a beautiful death. She says, because she says, at the end of my life, I felt so much peace getting to see all of them. Please let them know that I'm okay. I am safe and at peace, and my soul is always with them.
Thank you so much, Matt.
All
Really
right, I'm gonna
appreciate it.
Oh, you're so welcome. I'm gonna leave you with that.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.